Good evening, welcome back to Stationeers. Go back to Venus. Hopefully that's the correct save, I'm pretty sure it is. But, anyway. So, we got Larry up and running, and he's working in his sweatshop down in the basement. And I don't think the centrifuge can keep up, but, you know, it is what it is. It's something, anyway. I can always offload it to something else. But otherwise, that was interesting. Otherwise, we're in good order. We are producing alcohol and polluted water. And why does it look so dingy out here? Or is it just morning? Could be. Alright, let's pop open everything that we normally do. And so I was thinking today we might start the order system. Now I gotta figure out how I want to handle that. So there's a couple ways that I had in mind. So we'll just quick recap. Why does this look so... It's got to be morning, and that's why it's just so fuzzy for me. Anyway, over here, so we have our 3 potential chips. So this one's just the cookbook that has the recipes. That literally all it does is load itself, and that's it. Nothing else. Over here, we have the chef, so he does the cooking. So this requested gets set, and he starts doing things. Just below the mark. I really don't know who's complaining, unless it's like wall damage. Could it be wall damage? Actually, what would it be? Plastic sheets and a welding torch? I don't know if my walls are damaged or something, or maybe pipe has damage. So, regardless, none of these are at any pressures in which they should even be complaining, so I don't know what the deal is. The one that could... just slid down the wall. The one that could complain... Yeah. Is over there, but I didn't think that it started complaining until... well, above 48.8. Unless I have some kind of condensation going on. Oh, there's liquid in the pipe. What's in here? Hydrochloric acid. Now that's an extraordinarily low. Oh, that's the root. Okay. So it's this guy. But I'm what? So is it collecting in the pipe and can't drain out? Is that what it is? Oh, okay. Well, let's drop a vent or something. I'm confused. Drain. Do I have a drain sitting around? I don't know if I really do. It's not something I really use a lot of. And the last time I think I used... I did use a drain over here to dump stuff, so... Still bonkers to me. Do I even really worry about it? So I mean, it's literally the pipe could break. It doesn't matter. It's a passive vent anyway. Literally open to the atmosphere. Ah, okay. So we'll just ignore that for now because these are the only two that. Well, this one doesn't really matter. This one matters, but it's not in any threat. And this is liquid in the pipe. It's passive vent to the atmosphere. It's really weird. Huh. Anyway. Whatever. Okay, so anyway, so we order up. Put an order in here. Starts opening everything. And then this would be shipping. So this once it is made, it is shipped over there. So theoretically, whatever the requesting agent is, should be able to say, or place the request, wait for this to fill out, and then wait for a status change. So in the case of it's checking silo quantities, see that the silo went up, or theoretically, once this, I'm trying to think of how I want to do it. Maybe have it, once this has a value in it, go ahead, clear this, and then wait a cycle before it goes to the next thing. Or I don't know. I gotta think about how I want to handle that part. But the most difficult part is going to be determining what to do and how to determine an order for steel. So steel is used in a few of the advanced alloys. And it is... Yep, okay. It doesn't actually say what else it's used in, as far as that goes, but... So Astraloy uses steel. So what we have here is 0.5. So... yeah. Astalloy does not use steel, so that's fine. Inconel uses steel. Okay, so really it's only used in Astraloy and Inconel. So that's okay. So I don't need a whole bunch of it. But if I'm going to make a stack of this, just, you know, a 500 stack, I think it ends up using like 10 stacks of copper, 10 stacks of cobalt, and then maybe a full thing of steel. I forget what my recipe, how my recipe is. It's not super important, but I do need to make sure that I have some steel available on this side. The way I was thinking about doing that would be to... because more than likely I'm going to be using far more steel for steel pipes, insulated pipes, this, that, the other thing. So I'm going to be using steel a whole lot more. So if I based it on the export silos, which I think are going to be upstairs, I'm going to have all the finished ore types upstairs. Have a flip-flop with some overflow stuff going on. That the silo down here, which would have steel, will get, I don't know if I want half, 1 out of every 3, something like that, but I gotta figure out how I want to do that. Of course, my current steel recipe gives me like 600 grams of steel, so it's just over a full stack. I could bump that up too. And that indeed might be my call. Oh, speaking of which, I should... One thing I did want to do is make a trip out to, and it's obviously not going to be today, but I wanted to make a trip out to the mining outpost. Now what I'm thinking... I'm trying to think with the what's light usage? Just regular old lights. 50 watts when they're on. I was thinking about coloring them 2 colors. Have them flash at a predetermined interval or something. Maybe even during daylight hours. So there might be per tower. I'm trying to think. If I do per tower, I'm going to have a daylight sensor. Or no, just a solar sensor. It's just a daylight sensor. So that's all I need. And then an IC chip controlling everything. And then I'm assuming 1 heavy solar panel per. Battery, that could be a problem. Now, I think power consumption is every tick, so theoretically 50 watts needs 100 joules of energy. So let's just go full tilt of 150 watts for leaving the lights on with the solar tracker. Always running. I don't know if there's any parasitics to that. But the day is 20 minutes long. And we would need 60 seconds and multiply that by 2. So theoretically 360 kilojoules. So if we do a large battery, right there. 288 kilowatts of power. So this would not actually be sufficient if the lights were on full 100% of the time. So the next step would be a nuclear battery and 2.3 megawatts. So that is 10 times the amount of power that we need. So I think we will just do a nuclear cell in an APC. And that'll work. Now the solar, we're going to have, I think we can figure on 600 watts a day, give or take average. We'll even say 500. So, because you can get up to 1200 for the full day. Half the day is night. Inefficiencies. But if we're only pulling 150 average, I think that will be sufficient. So what we need for each outpost, or each of the tower sections, and I don't know how many tower sections I have, would be 1 solar panel, and then 1 sensor, 1 IC, 1 APC, plus 1 nuclear battery, and then 2 lights. And that's basically it, and then just plus lots of cable. I think that's okay. So figure out how I'm gonna get that hooked up, but it'll be drag and drop pretty much. So it's just a matter of orienting everything where it needs to be. So if we're gonna do that, let's go ahead and start. Do I have? Okay. First off, do I have APCs? Do I have 5 APCs? I do not have 5 APCs. I, in fact, have none at all. None at all. So, okay. Logic housing, we don't know. Okay, so I'm just going to base this on 5 for right now. So we will go with an area power controller. Let's go ahead and make 5 of those. Get started. And that's iron and solder. So there's solder. And there's iron. Get that going. So let's go ahead and grab this. 5 sensors. Did I? 5 sensors. Because that's what we'll need. I mean, theoretically, I could make it work also with save a little bit of budget on the some chips, but I don't know because I think it'll only be like 10 watts. If I have horizontal, no, it wouldn't even be that because I need to read horizontal, need to read vertical, need to do a math and then 2 writes. So it's 50 watts just for that. And if I wanted to on and off based on time of day, that would not work either. So we'll just go straight up. That was quick. Straight up with an IC housing. So housing, IC housing. We'll go ahead and make 5 of those. And that's already in there. So go with that. Solar panel with the, heavy solar panel. Takes, glass sheets. So if I have 5, needs... Okay. Let's go ahead and print off some glass sheets. Might as well make it an even 100. If I can afford it. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. Interior doors, yay! Okay. We know we're going to need cable out the wazoo. Nuclear batteries, so I'm going to actually have to have 2 of these suckers. So this will probably just be for the batteries and other stuff. But need 10 lights. What I'm going to do is have a... I think for now it's going to be a red and a green. Go from there. I should probably make sure, because I'm going to be... Make sure I pack that with me. I don't think I'm going to need this. Red and blue, that would be painting stacks of lights, which I don't have any, so that's fine. Okay, we're almost there. Lights. Camera. Action. Okay. Once that turns green. There we go. Pop that out. Okay, so there's the housing. And then put the solar panels in here. Yeah. Do that. Load that up because apparently that is so darn annoying. Solar panel heavy. Electrum and astraloy. Got lots of electrum. And astraloy is... Oh, what's that one? The stellite's the blue one. Okay, there's that. So let's go ahead and... Did I have it set? 5. On the electronics burner. Going. Alright. That will be enough steel. Yep, that's going to be enough everything. It's going to eat up most of my astraloy. Take this over here, throw that up there. Okay. Another thing that I may want to make sure that I take with me are steel frames and steel sheets to go with it. Because I may indeed need to do a little bit of building. At least just enough to put the sensor on a flat surface, on a flat plane. Rocket battery. Okay. split half, throw that there. Whoa, what was that? Right up there. So we're gonna have green, and we'll have red. Okay. So we're gonna have two separate. What I might just do this. So we're gonna have green. We're gonna have red. And the idea is the red is going to point towards one thing, and the green will point towards the other thing. Now, I think that what that's going to be is green towards the base, and red towards the mining outpost. Now, theoretically speaking, in the future, as I do more of these outposts or whatever, I might have different color coding. So, see how that goes. I don't need the chutes. Don't need the chutes with me right now, so we will put that there. You go there. The wall stuff. This is geometric wall. This is flat wall. Okay, that's good. I do need this. Yeah, because we're going to need 5 nuke batteries. We're going to need 5 IC chips, which will fill up another box. This will be for the solar panel. What else am I looking at? I got the sensors. Got the APCs. Going to have the batteries. IC housing, lights, cables. Yeah, I think we're looking pretty good for that. Just a matter of abusing the electronics printer for its current level. Could use one of these huge batteries too, but that's unnecessary. Far beyond the requirements of our project. And if I modulated the lights at night, I could further reduce the power consumption, but we'll just turn them on at night. Okay, let's go take a check. Let's check out Larry, see how he's doing, how he's hanging. See how the rest of our base is cooling down. We are still putting a very heavy load into the cooling system, so there's that. How we doing, Larry? Yeah, you look pretty good. Yeah, all right. It's got some good solid growth stages here, so. We might actually have to put a second Larry in. Might have to put a second Larry in. Yeah, I was thinking we could, yeah. Maybe we still could just pack them in here, but. I was thinking that this might actually work, but I think it's just with switchgrass it's too much because there's way too much to harvest in one time. Now, if we could pick up an entire stack at once, that'd be great. And over here, we don't have any overflow, so that's good. You've got 127 you're trying to spit out. What's going on here? Because your output's full or something? I mean, potentially what's going on here. But there's definitely an output stuck. He's going. He's going. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. So that's. I don't know how high this stacks. Is this stacked to 200 to 500, whatever? Eventually, it starts spitting out. But he's doing what we asked him to do. How we asked him to do it. So can't complain too much. Okay, and this was for that was for filling the stuff for the Sterlings. Okay, we are How are we doing over here? We are slowly evaporating down. So that's providing more volatiles for us to deal with, which is good, because we do need some of those. Sorry, not volatiles. Methane. Name change. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. We got 9 kilomoles. That's like 1 tank of fuel. But hey, it's better than nothing. So we do have a gentle production of it. Kind of passively while it's cooling the base. So that's one use for evaporation, is cooling. Definitely. Oh, you finally caught up. Okay. Alright, so that's the solar panels. Let's go ahead and do the IC-10, because I know those, we can make those up. Maybe I gotta get another part. What do we need? Steel. Need more steel. Is that steel race sitting right there? Looks like it. That should be enough, actually. So we need 5. Okay, so yeah, there we go. So we got enough steel, got enough electrum. Do have enough solder. It's getting a little low. We might want to consider making another batch of solder. Gold. Okay. Yep. All right. And pop this open. We're gonna have 1 chip, 2 chip, 3 chip, 4 chip, 5 chip. You're gonna have another chip on the floor is what it's gonna amount to. Door. Let's take a while. Print off. How are we doing in here? Oh, this has reached its pressure. Its advertised pressure. So we go here, turn on the battery, and we'll take a look at here at the pipe. We got 450. Yep, we're good. We're good there. 377. Got a little toasty, but that's all right. That is still well below auto ignitions. Oh, that's okay. So, rocket avionics. So we do know we don't even need to have the pipe analyzer to see this. So good to know. So at this point, make sure that this is set to, yep, that's where the destination is. So we are, if we want to continue mapping, we are good to do that. I think I might do that. So we'll turn this off, open up our UI. We're ready to rock. All right. Confidence high. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and launch. Looking good. Won't take us any time at all to get up there. And once we're up there, we just crack open the scanner and call it good. I think. Double check. Definitely doesn't take long to get to orbit. 10 minutes of fuel. That's awesome. Okay. We are in orbit. So let's go ahead and turn on our scanner. Now, how does that work? I forget how that goes. Jalapeno stick. Map. Rocket. Got the scanner on. Oh, wait a minute. It's this thing. Link. Rocket scanner. So do I have any new points? Yep. Okay, we're over here. Okay, we are. We're getting new scanner points. That's I don't understand what's popping in, but okay. So what do we have? We got 98%. I don't think I have a calculation on... Oh, I can manually calculate that. 260, 260, 260, 260. Yes. So, yeah. Okay, so two ticks per. Okay, so 2 ticks per second. So our charge is 35,55000. We're going to divide that by 520. So at this point, wow, we got almost 2 hours of time up there. Almost. So we aren't going to use 2 hours, but we've got a lot. So, okay. So we got that. Now let's go ahead and pop open the batteries, or get the batteries going. Assuming I can. Inconel. We're going to make 5. Okay, so Inconel. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the Inconel. Ooh, how much Inconel did it want? 5 per. Okay, we're good. We're good across the board, so we will have enough. Take me forever to get there, but that's for that. This is... Actually, that's for that. This is sensors. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything we need. Okay, I think we got it. Whoa! What? It's crazy. It's the first time I popped that. This is on another circuit, so okay, that's... I'm not exactly sure how much freaking power is that production machine pulling to make these batteries. Holy crap. Required power 21, 211, 211, 100, 211, 211, 211, 100, 211. Okay. Power actuals 33, 34, 35, 37. What the heck? Power... Required power 10. I know you're doing more than 10. Maybe I should actually be using the... Oops. Well, I mean, the wall lights, obviously, yeah, but... Popped another one. What the hell? Production. The electronics printer is going frickin' crazy. Huh. That's just ridiculous. Well, I guess I can't put off a APC or a transformer much longer. Okay. That can be moved over just a little bit. Production. What else do I have labeled as production? I don't understand why this is pulling so much. Okay, well, we can Go ahead and snip that. I might have to break out the other sucker to see what that other line was that we popped. Oh, it's right. No, it's not right here. Oops. Did I hear it pop another one? Well, this obviously still has power. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, okay, there's one. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Yeah, let's pop that chip in. Oh, I already got the chip in. And basically, I'm going to let this run as much as I can. So far, to rewrite this a little bit. I guess, well, the other thing I could do is actually separate and have the lights on a separate circuit. That'd save me a few watts. Yeah, whatever. Good God. Am I gonna have any wires left? Yeah. I guess we can't put it off too far. Can't put it off too long. Yeah, we're gonna need one of these. Just to make sure. Stupid. Stupid. And I will need another APC. I'm going to split the lights. Well, maybe not. We'll see. I really don't understand why that thing is cranking so hard on the power consumption. It is ridiculous. I see cleanup. I see ordering. I see ordering. I see oh, that's yeah. That's what it was. Auto lathe. Production machines. Yeah, the electronics printer is like going cray. Yeah, I don't understand why it's so violently all over the place for this battery. One more, and then I can start chewing through the walls. And that one's already blown up. Another one? there. So this is getting stupid. Uh-huh. Yep. That'll work. Might as well, 'cause that's gonna work. That was not what I wanted to do. Well, I guess we're starting this project a little early. You know what? I just might as well just do this. That's that cable. That where that belongs. Turn that off because I don't need that at the moment. Transformer goes. Oh, fuck you. Okay. Okay, there's that. Damn. There's that going. Alright. Should be back up and operational.
Hunger caution.
So as I punch in that. Okay. I won't have popped wires, but I wonder if I'll have interrupted production. Hello. This is just stupid. There we go. Okay. Alright, that should be good. I think it should be good. Let me go over here. Get out of there. I guess I could disable the air conditioner for a while. Or maybe put that on its own circuit. So, eventually we'll have all the batteries out of there. Silenol was one thing that we needed, so let's take a look, see if there's anybody here that would have Silenol. Agronomics. Probably not. That sounds more like it's a farming deal, but let's take a look. It's not going to hurt. And yeah, you're just struggling to cool. And it's understandable because of how hard I'm pushing against a cooling system that is underpowered. Just want one battery. Okay. How are we doing here, temperature-wise? 106. I feel like that's still running away. 150. Wait. You're 150. You're 143. Yeah, Yeah, I got that one phase, one water phase up there that's not doing anything. So I need the Tylenol for sure.
Oxygen low.
Let's go ahead and... Oh! I didn't call him down. Maybe I can? Maybe I can. Where's the button? Can I do this? Because it's not highlighted, selected. Dang it. Got ahead of myself. Got ahead of myself. Go call him down real quick and then... I'm hoping eventually that electronics printer finally gets through the mess. I will turn off the air conditioner if... If it's still struggling. Go. Calling them down. I don't think that's how planes work, but sure, you do you, buddy. Okay, this is getting up there on temperature for sure. What I don't understand is why my ACs aren't doing anything about it. Okay, so these are seed packs, and I think I've got all of these seed packs, with the exception of the blueberry. I don't think I have the blueberry. Technically speaking, I could make a bunch of that. Carbon dioxide at room temperature. Actually, I don't even think I have that, other than sucking it out of the base. So, yeah, okay. Sorry. Go away. So your coolant. So your input is 407. Your output is 412. Now you're heating, so your input is 412, 407. Right. Next stage. Doesn't feel like this is doing jack. These should be doing something, quite frankly. But the Tylenol here is 412. Yeah, I'm gonna need a second Tylenol loop, or that one's okay. This loop right here, I think, is overloaded. Can't. So I can't bring this down. I got this set to 1500. So Tylenol. Where do you solidify? $1,570 degrees. Let's just take this down to 1200. My goodness, it's stuck. Dude, jump. Thank you. And you, of course, what do you set to? 5,900, yeah. About right. I could set the condensation chambers here to be Well, still, like, I don't think it really matters. Running into the same problem. 411.8, 411.9. I mean, this is going up, which I'm hoping that means that this is actually doing more. So we're evaporating more. Still don't have enough in there, but that should be hopefully reducing the temperature here a little bit, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. 349. 349, 349, 349. I don't know. Could do something with storm gas, definitely. Should do something with storm gas. Okay, if that is not a yellow light for, or a green light for the electronics printer, I'm probably going to turn off the AC. Okay. Nope, that's a green light. That's good. Means it finally made it through there. Okay, we got everything we need for the towers. Other than the code. And I think I'll just grab my solar tracker code from outside and call it good. I got this. So we can do that. I could leave a little bit before dawn. It just hit nighttime, so not a good time. I should eat and drink. Be merry before I go. I want to double check on Larry, even though I know he's a good boy. Make sure he's how well he's keeping up. Which, okay. I feel like he might be slightly overwhelmed. I feel like he's slightly overwhelmed. Oh, and we got some, we're full here and overflowing, so okay. 199. Yeah. Okay, I mean, he's doing everything that I asked him to, so can't complain about that. That's trucking along. Cool. I'm happy. So it's, whoopsie. Fell down the stairs. Doing good. Okay, so well, that's good. Now, on to the next thing. I just realized these batteries don't have any charge. So that makes it awkward. I should probably pre-charge them a little bit, at least. Okay, I've got a nuclear battery here. Let's do that. Crank our batteries down. Spanners or less. Oh, no good. No Beano. Suppose we could go get our code. Oh, I I actually still have this on the old system. Still have this on the old system. So the new tracker would be at the mining outpost. Or I just write the code. Maybe that's the call here, is just writing the code. Which I can do. Which we can do. I think I'll just leave the lights on. There we go, just do this. Well, those are charging, it's fine. So we'll define sensor. Daylight sensor. Okay, define. Heavy solar. Heavy dual, we can do that too. I think that's all we really need. I could do... I'm not going to write code for the other stuff. Lights, we're going to make it wide, long wide, just because. Okay, that'll work. I don't think any of that else that matters. So we will load batch into H, solar H. It's going to be from our sensor. And logic type is going to be horizontal. And we'll just take the average, load batch solar V. Okay, we're going to subtract into solar V. It's going to be 90 subtract by solar V. This is how it's going to run. And then we can set batch. H1 logic type is vertical. It's going to be solar V. H solar H1 horizontal. Solar H. And do the same for H2. And the horizontal. That should do it. There is some consideration to having the light off during the day. Do I want to do that? I don't know. Load batch. R15 H sensor. Daylight sensor. Solar irradiance. Solar irradiance. Average, okay. Set greater than 0. R14 is going to be R15. And in this case, set batch H light on equal to R14. Maybe. We're going to try that out. Let's go ahead and we got what we got. We're going to have what we're going to have. That didn't do much, but that's fine. We're good? We're good. We're gonna run. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna try this out. We're gonna run over, grab our green light. Go to the top, and we're gonna see how this goes. Okay. We don't need lights right now. Okay. Whoa. Drifting around. Okay. Okay, so let's go. I think that's sufficient. Okay, now we go up here, drop this off. Okay, so we pull out a solar panel. And the idea is data port. East? North. I gotta... You know what? Let's go ahead and... Oh, that's not helpful. Who's driving? Whee! I don't know why the hitbox changes as you're moving. Okay, so we go slightly left. Well, we'll go out to the site and start there. No, we don't go straight. I learned that. Go right. No, maybe. I don't know, we're gonna find out. Maybe it's right at this point. Yeah, it could be right at this point. Not left, not left. There's a big old mountain range I gotta get over. And I think that's over this direction. My eyes are clouding over with stuff. Okay, there's a hole right there. I think that's where we need to go. I see that it is kind of unmarked. Okay, is this my big old... no. But it is a big old thing. I definitely need to go to the left here. There's the salt flat, or sulfur flat. Okay, there's a tower at the top of this hill. Is that where I need to be? Is this my actual destination? Or is this the big old... this one might actually be the climb over the mountain. We'll see if I get cladding right there. There's cladding. Okay, yep, here's the mountain I was thinking about. And we go left off of it. Okay. It should be... Is that the outpost right there? It could be. Kind of hope it is. I think it is, actually. It seems vaguely familiar. If it is, this is the first time I haven't gotten lost trying to drive out here. Oh, awesome. Look at that. Look at that. How many, 9. Probably need to chuck some backpacks in here. We're running out of backpacks. Wait, what? Got a few too many things hanging around here. Frame, I need to put you right there so I can chuck backpacks in here. Shoot! There we go. Spit it out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't understand why you take so long. Wow. Did I potentially get back just in a nick of time? Okay. Change that out. And that's our... There we go. Okay. Orientation of the stuff. So the solar is facing south. Data port facing south. And our east. Data port south. Solar panel east. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Alright. Let's grab our sensor kit. Facing south. So we'll face it this way. Okay, APC. Okay, you're gonna come. You're basically gonna be doing this bit. Let's put you right here. Okay, we're gonna put the other thing here, battery in there. And our IC10 housing is gonna go actually exactly like that, yes. Gonna be powered from that side. Actually. Ooh. Okay, I changed my mind. We'll do this. We'll have to attach the solar panel logically another way. So let's pull that out. Laptop, throw that in. Export. Hopefully that's how we want it. Pull that chip out, so the small chip's there. Okay, now we're going to have green, which faces the base all night long. Let's... You know what? I just had a thought. Why don't I put the APC up a little bit higher? Whoa, 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 whoa. Long wide. I think that's actually what I wanted. APC actually should be up higher. Maybe the rest of the stuff too, actually. If we're being honest. Yeah, let's do that. Put that there. Yeah. Okay. We'll do that. We'll just, yeah, we'll move everything up a little bit. Nope, wrench. Okay, grinder. Okay. Whoa. Right. This. Yeah. Okay. All right. There we go. Start that up again. Let's actually just do this. We're gonna. Yeah, I've got to face this way. Okay, so data port needs to be facing east. East is this direction, so data port facing this way. Okay. So this is the data line, which is also, ironically, the power line for everything else. Okay. Alright. Okay, so this is... Okay, we can put the, yep, solar will be... We'll do that. Okay, IC10 housing. We'll just put the compact right there. Bam. Sensor here, daylight sensor, bam. APC. Yeah, that's fine. That's input, that's output. Let's turn that off. There we go. Okay. And wrap it around. Okay. Glass sheets. Finish it up. Oh, and welding torch. There we go. Okay, we plug our chip in. Turn that on. And we plug our power in and turn that on. That should start flipping that. And hopefully that will get us where we need to be.
Waste tank. Caution.
Waste tank caution. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna see. Well, hang on. I got the code wrong. I can tell you that. Not greater than 0. Less than or equal to 0. Actually, if R14 is less than 50, I think that's fine. Okay, let's try that. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so all right, that's on. Okay. Alright. As long as the solar panel catches up, that'll be good. Waste tank. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. So red and green, that's good. Okay. Doing here. Don't have anybody. It's doing a good job. Doing a good job. I do need more backpacks, though. Kind of happy with how I've got this, so. At this point, it's just kind of waiting around for daylight hours. I mean, I could probably pop a little bit over here for the... I need railing is what I really need. It's technically... Do something like that. I think... That does a fair amount there. At least we won't go flying off the edge. Is it good enough? I don't know. Okay, solar. panel is inverted. Okay. Alright, so I do have this inverted, so here. This right here will fix this. Gonna have to do something about the waste tank really fast here. I should turn it around. Okay, waste tank. Let's go ahead and switch that around. Okay. We're generating power. We got the power. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. 1.1 kilowatt. It's just because it's below the horizon, so that's good. That's good. Green light. That's, yep, okay. Whee! There. Go ahead and close that. Let's go ahead and start our adventure. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's got some real input lag. Okay, so we basically go straight. Yeah, there's two mountains here. We take a gentle. So the data port needs to face north. But otherwise my code works. These towers should probably be connected together, but I think the one that's more important, I guess it doesn't really matter. They're both kind of equally important. Yeah, so I gotta figure out next point of jump out of here. So we would actually, yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and get some stuff ready.
Hunger caution.
Let's put it right here. So we're gonna need to do that. Okay. All right, let's do that. So solar panel first. On top, and it needs to be facing east. Data port needs to be facing this way. There we go. That is what we want. Yep, so much for what I thought I was going to be doing today. So that's power, that's... Okay, our green, it's just back towards base. Which is towards the outpost. Okay. EPC. Perfect. Then our sensor, which is daylight sensor, is going to be facing north. Like that. That. And then our IC housing compact. I'll just do that. Okay, there we go.
Hydration critical.
Alright. Go ahead and do that. Let's pop this sucker here. We're going to need that cracked open. There's that. Let's get the power going into this right now. Even if it's suboptimal, it starts generating a little bit of power. Okay, then we go here. Down there. Okay. Oh, you could actually go up from this point too. be a little zigzaggy, but it's at the top of the tower, nobody cares. Okay, now we got this. Alright, cool. Turn you on. Okay, export and drop you in. Should turn right towards that and get going. Awesome. Okay, and these should actually be off. Yep, okay. Alright. So that works. Jump off the tower. And next. Okay, go left. Leftish. Now I feel like I need to put another tower section over here. Like right here. I feel like I need one. Feel like I need one. So I will go ahead and drop some in. I might not do anything with it right now, but make sure we're on the right track. We'll do that. Okay. Alright. Okay, take a left. There is the cut out here. Which maybe this is another good point for a tower. Oh my goodness. Do need to do some terraforming here. Let's skip this for now. And then at this point it's, well, it's to the right because you ain't climbing that mountain. Yep, so I need to tear down that other tower for sure. There is another way too. I can go around the mountain to the other side, but that is definitely not the tower we want. I got gunk in my eyes. It's getting irritating. I might have to make it a shorter one today. Thirst. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we can already see our lighthouse. Well, that wasn't too bad. So there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and probably build up another silo and all that fun stuff in the or processing room, and then I gotta yeah, I guess I'm trying to remember how my how it's set up. Oh my goodness, I am going to feel like I'm going to need to use cladding out here. This is pretty steep. Yeah, dying of thirst out here. Just for fun. Just for funsies. I'm gonna park this here real quick. If I turn around, can I see? Oh, I can see the red. I can see the red in the distance. That's cool. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat. Park our buns. Okay. Get out, and just barely tapped into the nuclear battery. So that wasn't too bad. Of course, I think I was supposed to take a I think I was supposed to take something with me out there, but okay, we got this. So boom, 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 boom. Shit. I have no idea where that box is gonna go. I imagine it might crap out there, I don't know. There's a wall? It's broken down there. Okay. I know what it is. This got overpressure in here. Okay. Another one. Now, hopefully I didn't just shove a box through, because that would be embarrassing. Oh well, we'll find out when one of these gets choked. We are now processing some more ore. How did I get flung off there? That's interesting. Okay, yeah, whatever. We will... I guess for now we'll just put some spare backpacks here and call it good. Yeah, we'll call it good for now. It is what it is. So that's gonna be processing. That'll get us some goodies. Yes, definitely do need more backpacks. I can probably turn that off. Now we can go and empty out our waste tank and all that fun stuff. So that's good. We'll construct a silo. Do that. We'll do that for sure. We'll go ahead and take off the helmet. You know what? We'll go ahead and throw that there too so that can recharge. So you need to eat, drink, and be merry. And shower. Eventually I need to just break down and put a drinking fountain there, but I'm gonna have to move the skeleton closet at some point too, because it's... Yeah, look at that. I don't have the blueberry. Alright, let's go ahead and take a shower. In a room, my mood is increasing. Instead of being out on the surface of the planet, I could understand that. That's almost fully there. Not too bad. Yeah, that's good enough. 4 there. I'm gonna go ahead and put that there, and 100% battery charge, and the air is good enough. Okay. And this is for out in the rover land. Okay, so what I wanted to do. Woohoo! Let's take a silo and... I only need one, technically. And I think I got everything I need for it. Oh yeah, let's take a look. How's this looking? Is this looking all nice and pretty? It is. Let it go for a little while. What are we doing? Still going? Yeah, eventually I'm gonna see about doing... Ooh, that's nice. Do some scanning and... That'll be fun. But for that, we would definitely reconfigure it. Battery's at 58%, so that's probably an important thing to take note of. Okay, silo. So we're gonna... Come on. Okay, we want out like this. It's too far back. Corner cable, it's that cable right there that's a problem. This goes over to our AC and ordering system, so let's wrap that around. Actually, we could probably... Oh, wait, we can't go straight through, can we? Well, let's see. We're going to have We're going to have this. Eventually I'll get there. We're going to have this orientation, so let's go ahead. Do that. And we will let this step out here. Do that. Okay. There we go. That'll work. And then let's see, it's going to be one offset right for the sorter. Goes like that, and then it also goes up for the stacker. Go up, and then over. And does it need to go over an additional one? Or, oh, it is. Okay, yep. Okay, so it'll work. Item uranium ore stacked to 50. Silver ore stacked to 50. Ooh, that's that is another thought. Yeah, everything here is going to be 50 except for the steel. That's that is not going to be. Ooh. Okay, that's another thing to keep in mind. Okay. 333, 333, 333. All right. All right. Have to keep that in mind. Definitely got to keep that in mind. There we go. Bam. Oh, plastic sheets. Screwdriver coils. There. We'll get this party started in here. You are gonna be, whoops, steel ingot. You are gonna be a fascinating creature. And same with all of these fun things. So we will need more of those. Flip-flaps, paddywhacks, give a dog a bone, and this is just a regular sorter. I need to... logic motherboard. It's not the logic motherboard we want in there. So we get the sorter motherboard. Because there's something that I've been needing to do. Oh, we got a storm coming in. Good. Configuration cartridge. I want... logic motherboard. Hash display. I thought I had a sorter motherboard. I see editor. Okay. This is the last time I programmed a sorter. The old-fashioned way. Yeah, let me run in here and see if I got it sitting right here. I do not have it sitting right there, indeed. Okay. This would have been it. I think that's what I would have last used. So maybe I stuck it over here and there. Nope. Okay. I'm having a hard time figuring out what I did with that. I don't know why it would be in here. Yeah, we're working on the temperature pretty good. Okay, so... yeah, I have no idea where that sorter motherboard went that I had laying around, so I guess I'm gonna have to print off another one. So let's go here and sorter motherboard. Silver. I just need one. Okay, I also need to pull the lever. Weird. Weird. There we go. There's the sorter motherboard. Program this and get this out of the way. Yep, that's okay. That's correct. Input sorter. Oh, okay. It was just weird. Whitelist ore, and also I need to find the lead ore, or lead ingot. So let's look around. Lead ingot. Crap. Lead ingot. There we go. So I should be able to chuck this in there. Yeah, there we go. Make its way through. Bam. Perfect. Into lead. Okay. I'm actually low on lead. That's interesting. So I definitely do need... there we go. Definitely do need lead. Okay. Good. 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 Okay. Maybe I'll do some shooting. Shooting? Yeah, let's do some shoots. gonna go ahead and drop these down. Interior doors. Keep hauling these around. That, okay. That should get me where I need to be. Okay, we're going to pull that off. Alright, so how's this go? This goes out. Oh, I know why that's out. Oh, that way it's that way. This might have to be a little goofy. So the red, which is what we want, so straight through needs to go into this chute. So straight through. We can do that. And that's actually a junction. Perfect. That'll go straight through into this chute. Otherwise, it needs to bypass into this chute. So that'll be this as a bypass. Yeah, it's a little goofy, but we'll make it work. Yeah, we'll do it this way, and then just junction go this way. Yeah, there we go. I'll make that work. And powered chutes is going to be the digital flip-flop spreader. What type? Left. Yeah. Other way. Oh. Oh, that's a little, yeah, okay. That's gonna be a little awkward. Definitely gonna be a little awkward. Definitely a little awkward. Whatever. Okay. Functionally, it just needs to work, right? Okay, then we have a logic sorter. Right there. With also the name. And we'll have a stacker here. With this is a name. Okay. And this is the refuse. It's going to be the stuff that didn't make it. I think 5 is enough. Okay, and this is going to be shoot corner. Come down. 1, 2. Okay. So I can change my recipe book to assume a 50 input. That actually wouldn't be too difficult. And that might be just the easier way to go about it, quite honestly. That way I don't have to change any code whatsoever. I think. So let's go ahead and pull out the recipe book. That's not going to affect anybody whatsoever. So, Inconel. Let's make it 10. Yeah. If we split it to, yeah, okay. That's I think that's doable. And then same here. Oh, this is going to be 20. What's 20? 14. 1 4. Yep. Okay, and that's that. And then yeah, solid fuel, that's in there. That's, oh, there's some notes. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so that'll work. So rewriting it a little bit. You know what? While we're here, let's go ahead and rewrite the steel. So this will make 1,200, right? Yeah, that would make 1,200. So that's, is that right? Because this is 900 plus 300, yeah, so that would be 1,200. So that's technically, that's 2 stacks of steel. So yeah, let's do that. Let's export, rewrite that, so we're good. We're good there. And I don't think I need to do anything over here. Do I just do this? See if that does what it needs to over here. That turned on, so that's good. This is on. May have reset things, and that's fine. Okay, let's jump over here. You are 50. Okay, that's fine. And you should... don't know why you didn't turn on. So I might have to write some code to actually turn the logic sorters on. But now, assuming... Wow. I really need a catwalk back here. Assuming that I have enough iron, which I do, and coal, which I do, I can make a order of steel. And right now, it'll just crap out on the floor. Oop. Steel. Let's grab the number. Let's place an order. No, not rename the whole ship. No, not rename the whole ship. I want to set the requested. Okay. Okay. Alright, so yeah, so that shuts off. Okay, that checks out. Okay. Alright. Alright, we are doing this. So we're going to go ahead and drop this. Let it do its thing. Wait. whatever. Okay. Alright, so we're finally getting into... okay, everything has passed in that was requested. Oh. I'm going to need to actually... I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a junction right here. Okay, and then we're going to have an inlet. Yeah, there we go. So this is an auxiliary input to the sorters because I'm not going to be able to pass steel through there. I mean, technically I could. Okay. Okay, this is probably why we wait for it to all drop out. Okay. 600? Uh, 600. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 200. Oh, okay, yeah. So maybe I need to double the recipe. But, check that in there. I should end up over here with 10 steel. Ah! Okay. Alright, so, fine. Pull out the laptop, and we will read the code over here. Alright. Ah, okay. Yep, okay. Yep, fine. There we go. Flip-flops on, silos clear, all this fun stuff. Logic sorter. On 1. Sorters, all that fun stuff. There. Oh, that's already... okay, so yeah. We don't need to actually put that on there. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, coal. Cobalt, copper, iron, lead. Lead ingot. Lead ingot. Okay. So this is lead ore. Somehow it's... okay, I guess that makes sense. Lead ore... lead ingot. That's the only one that matters. Okay, so then there's the steel over here. This should be... okay. Alright, so we can try this again, and I should get a batch of steel through. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Should get 10. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we have accomplished. So now we could technically make some of the other alloys if we really wanted to. So right now I have to manually prime that. But we could. So the next step is going to be, which is what I thought I was going to do today, but I got distracted by a few things, is placing the orders. Now, originally what I was thinking is that the waiter is going to look into the destination silos. And okay, so discounting the steel silo, there's going to be or maybe I need to have a memory chip. Yeah, okay, so a memory chip with the name of the silo. Okay, now how's that going to work? Let's see. For destination products, right? Yeah, okay, so... Alright. I'm just trying to figure this out, particularly in the case of steel. Because if I have a bunch of silos for the output ores, iron ingots, stack of 500, copper ingots, lead and whatever, gold ingots. I'm going to be counting quantity of those. If I just read a silo with item steel ingot, there's going to be two of them, technically speaking, but that's not the hard part. The hard part is this outputs, because it's part of the ordering process, so the two silos can't be on the same network. So that's why I'm thinking maybe have a memory chip on that side, so I just read how many are in that and have those memory chips loaded by something else. Because the neat thing about the memory chips is I think you can use them as a network buffer, because they have a data connection on both sides. So you could literally use them as a buffer chip. So I could load the quantity of ores into the silo, or into the memory chip. The quantity of finished product, finished ingots in the silo, into the memory chip, and then on the other side of it, on this side, be able to read that memory chip associated and say, hey, I need another one of these. Now, yes. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, I need another one of these. But what's checking those memory chips is also going to say, okay, well, if I need one of those, let's go to the cookbook here. I need X amount of ore, and X amount of ore, and X amount of ore. Can I meet that criteria? If yes, go ahead and place an order. If I can't, skip it, go to the next. And then maybe have some kind of graduated, like I want 1 of everything, and then I want 3 of everything, and then 5 of everything, and then 10 of everything, or something like that. Because what I can see is it getting hung up on one particular thing. Let's just use an easy one. Let's just say I want 10 stacks of iron ingots, and it just uses all the iron, and then when it gets down to steel, it's like, oh well, I can't make any steel because I don't have any iron. So if I start out in graduated things like I need 1 stack of iron ore, 1 stack of copper, sorry, ingots, gold ingots, I don't need lead, do silicon ore, or silicon ingot, silver ingot, stuff like that, steel ingots, and then going on to the next one. Okay, I need 3 of each, and then get stuck on the yeah, I think that's the way it's going to go. So let me write that down as a note. So we're going to use let's see, use memory chip as a buffer, mem chip as buffer for ingot silo quantity. And that'll help me, yeah, so that'll isolate it. And then we can do that. Steel, I'm going to have to split. So, I don't know about 50-50, but something. But there will probably be an overflow on this one, because steel ingot as an input is used in only 2 advanced alloys, so I could even, I don't want to necessarily pre whatever. I guess another thought would be to have it preload it, make the iron or the steel that we need, and then load it into a furnace. That potentially would work. Have it make the steel on demand. But that gets a little bit tricky with the current programming, because it just makes it and craps it out. So I think I'm limited by the quantity of lines I have in that single chip. Now I could go multiple chips and stuff, but it's starting to get into complicated stuff. So I think it'd just be easier to have a flip-flop with overflows, so that like maybe one out of every 5 steel is good enough. Gets shot into here. And have a way that I can preload it too. And yeah, maybe have it drop a specific. Yeah, I don't know. That's my thought process there. And then eventually have it so that these machines can ask. There'll probably be a 4th chip over here, but have the machine, like a tool maker, comes up dry, so it's got missing reagents, and then it says, hey, this is this machine, so that'll set any valves and whatnot. This machine requesting this ingot. And then probably a 3rd one. So this machine is requesting this ingot. And then the other side is going to respond with, okay, I'm shipping this ingot. So the machine will be waiting for the ingot to show up. So an input event, maybe. And then once it's no longer required, it'll say, oh, I'm good. Oh, you know what? How am I doing on CO2? We're at 21... Okay, 21 Pascal, or 21%, that's good. Wait a minute, why is there so much pressure over here? I'm a little confused. Is it just because of this? This is making a vacuum and making a surplus over there? I guess it could be. I mean, it does make a circulation that way. Okay. How are we doing on the waste gas pipe? No, that's coolant pipe. Sorry, that's coolant. Jeez, 110. It's still climbing. We're doing okay over here. Alright, I want to check in and see how Larry's doing and if I've made any alcohol or contaminated my water, plant water again. Wee, woo, wah. We are idle. We are idle. We are, 34 away. 600. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize you could stack that high. Okay. So this may never back up. Which means if Larry ever breaks, it's not the end of the world. My goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Larry, you do good work. But I think we're going to have to split this up. Have a second Larry. Which that, it would squeeze it down over here. is gonna want to have another one of these. I don't even know. I guess I could do the exact same thing, just have it jogged over one. Does make it a little bit interesting, but whatever. Yeah, that's... He can barely keep up. But he's doing great work. Doing great work. And this is where maybe a Harvey would shine. For just grand scale of things. 45. It's 45 when it starts belly aching. Oh, it's the air conditioner. I betcha. Yeah. It's the air conditioner line. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a little bit early tonight because my eyes are starting to do funny things and make it a little hard to concentrate. Let's check real quick, see if we've got anybody that may have Silenol. Cosmic Clouds, Cosmic Curiosities, Galactic Gravels, Interstellar Innovations, Stellar Stone Supply. I would say that that is probably a big no. Cosmic Clouds, potentially. I mean, that's probably gases. But that's a little beyond our capability at the moment. At least we wouldn't have to pull down a... Oh, excuse me. We'd have to pull a large dish would work. Is what I'm trying to get to, but my brain's not working, so... Yeah, let's go ahead and take everything off here. Eat, drink, be merry, take a shower, call it an early night tonight. Get over my eyeball fuzziness. I probably loaded it with a bunch of crap while I was out working with the wood burner, cleaning it out, and cutting some wood, so I probably just loaded it up with a bunch of gunk, that's all. Sleep it off, I'll have 10 million pounds of sand in my eyes in the morning. But that looks pretty good. So didn't get basically anything done. Did figure out a way to get the lighthouse towers, beacon towers lit up, and I think we have a good system going. Just have to put more of them out there and make sure I don't get confused with what's there, what's not, and all that. So anyway, that's so I'm gonna call it for the night. So I would like to thank everybody for watching, and we will catch you next time.